Welcome to the Street Fighterverse. In this video, where we're going to be exploring some of the wackiest and most outlandish fighting games in existence. We're going to be taking a look at some of the weirdest games in the fighting genre. Get ready to witness some of the most absurd and bizarre gameplay mechanics ever created. Without further ado, let me welcome you to the Street Fighterverse. Let's talk about a game that it's so weird, it's almost hard to believe it exists. Dongdong Never Die. This fighting game is a true labor of love, created by a group of Chinese homebrew developers who came up with the idea to make a game featuring their friends performing martial arts moves. What resulted from this idea is a game that defies all logic and convention. With characters like Dongdong, a police officer, a 20-year-old third grader, and even an unlicensed Mario, this game is as weird as it gets. The characters have unique moves and abilities that are both hilarious and confusing, making the game an absolute riot to play. Despite its oddities, Dongdong Never Die is a remarkably feature-complete game. It has a variety of game modes, including arcade mode, survival mode, and even a mode where players can fight against a giant chicken. The game's graphics may be simplistic, but its gameplay is solid and entertaining. Overall, Dongdong Never Die is a game that's hard to describe but easy to enjoy. Its passion project origins and offbeat characters make it a cult classic, and its unique gameplay ensures that it will be remembered for years to come. Next up on our list is a game that combines the martial arts prowess of Jackie Chan with the excitement of a classic arcade fighting game, Jackie Chan in Fist of Fire. Did you know that Mortal Kombat, one of the most popular fighting game franchises of all time, was actually born out of a failed Jean-Claude Van Damme video game project? Fans had to wait until 1995 to finally see Van Damme in a fighting game with Street Fighter, the movie, the game. But before that, another martial arts star beat him up to the punch. In 1994, game developer Kaneko struck a promotional deal with Jackie Chan to create a fighting game tied to his movie Thunderbolts, and thus Jackie Chan in Fists of Fire was born. Like Mortal Kombat, this game features fatalities, but it played more like a Fatal Fury game, and instead of one playable version of Jackie Chan, there were three, all of whom served as final bosses. What's interesting about Fists of Fire is that the player can't technically beat or kill any of the three Jackie Chans. This makes for a unique gameplay experience that stands out from other fighting games of the time. And with the added bonus of being able to play as Jackie Chan himself, this game was a hit with fans of martial arts movies and fighting games alike. Next on our list is the greatest crab battle ever, called Fight Crab. Have you ever imagined controlling a fighting game with a crab as your avatar? Well, that's exactly what you get in the wacky 3D fighting game called Fight Crab. Instead of playing as a human karate master, you get to choose from a cast of 23 different crabs and lobsters to fight your opponent. What makes Fight Crab unique is its physics-based action, which can make skirmishes a total chaotic mess, especially when you manage to grab a weapon in one of your crab claws. You'll never know what to expect in a fight, as you use your crab legs to jump and dodge, and your claws to strike and block. And with the added bonus of being able to upgrade your crab's abilities and weapons, the battle only gets more intense and ridiculous. This one is super weird. The game is called Power Instinct Matrimel. The Power Instinct series, which was originally published by Atlas, was already known for its quirky features. For example, in the first game, the final boss was an old woman that the player had to defeat in order to become the head of the family, and in the sequel, the old man and her twin sister had the ability to regain their youth briefly by sucking health out of their opponent. Talk about bizarre, but Power Instinct takes things up a notch with its storyline. The game features a king who opens up the tournament, and the winner of the tournament gets to marry one of his two kids, hence the name Matrimel, a combination of matrimony, melee. Apart from the unique storyline, the game also has a few gimmicks to keep things interesting. For example, there are stages that have TVs showing quick time events for bonuses, and a referee that players can call in to take a hit or throw at their opponent. These quirks make for a truly one-of-a-kind fighting game experience. Our next one in our list is Clay Fighters. When it comes to fighting games, most of us are used to seeing animated sprites and models ducking it out on screen. But what if the characters were made out of plasticine instead? That's the premise behind Interplay's Clay Fighter series, which made a parody in the fighting game genre with hilarious results. The first game in the series wasn't a masterpiece by any means, but it was undeniably unique, and it was popular enough to spawn two sequels, Clay Fighter 2, Judgment Clay, and Clay Fighter 63 1/3. The latter even had a guest character like Earthworm Jim and Boogerman, adding to the game's wacky appeal. What's interesting is that both the original game and the 63 1/3 had rental exclusive versions with extra characters and moves, making them quite valuable to collectors today. Have you ever played any of the Clay Fighter games? What do you think of their plasticine characters and silly parodies of the fighting genre? And that concludes part 1 of the weirdest fighting games in existence. From controlling crabs to battling with plasticine characters, the world of fighting games can get pretty bizarre, but one thing's for sure, these games are all incredibly entertaining in their own unique way. What's your favorite weird fighting game? Did we miss any that you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching. This has been your Street Fighter host. Welcome to the center stage. Our new Discord server. There you can talk with us, chat about current events going on in Street Fighter, information, theories, and lore. We'll leave the link in the description box below. We want to thank everyone for tuning in and becoming part of this Street Fighter community. We want to thank you for your positive comments towards our channel because it only habilitates us to grow even more. From the Street Fighterverse crew, we thank you.